Hey guys, if you're currently in the process of buying a home, have you ever wondered how your earnest money deposit is safeguarded? Are you curious how you could possibly lose thousands and thousands of dollars during escrow of a real estate transaction? If so, you guys need to pay attention to this stage of the home buying process. In step four, I'm talking about what's post due diligence period in what we call the closing. I'm going to talk a little bit about the contracts and how your money is safeguarded if your contract is written appropriately. So let's dive right into it. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And let's get into it. All right. So step four is the closing process. So if you guys haven't yet already, go check out my other videos. In step one, two, and three, I talk about the first three steps of buying a home. In the last step, I talked about the due diligence period, which is physical inspections, appraisers, home warranties, title. You can go through and review that if you guys need a refresher. This is the fourth out of fifth step of buying a home. In this aspect, we're going to button everything up that we've learned about the home, and we're going to move forward and commit to purchasing the home, what we like to call going hard on the deposit and moving forward to potentially close the deal. Now, when it comes to the closing timeline, there's some items you need to pay attention to. So first is the request for repairs is completed. Then we're going to talk about releasing all contingencies as we move towards close. We're going to talk about the closing disclosure from your lender and what specifically that is. We're going to talk about a little bit about loan document signings, submitting your cash to close, the closing process of escrow, and then finally recording title in which you are the homeowner. So let's dig into the last aspect of this. So when it comes to requests for repairs, as we move towards close, you're going to want to review your physical inspection, which we talked about in the previous steps. You're going to want to negotiate with the seller, make sure that they've conducted the repairs and they're okay to your liking, and or they've given you a credit, or they've responded by not doing any repairs whatsoever. Once all of that's complete and you guys are all on the same page and you're okay moving forward, you're gonna sign a document called the contingency removal of the physical inspection. Now, the contingency removal form can apply to other things as well. But here, what we're doing is we're saying, okay, we've inspected the property and we're okay moving forward with the current issues that remain on the property, or whatever you resolve with the seller. So that's the first thing that you're going to want to confirm and wrap up as we go towards closing. Second is release of contingencies. So on that note, along with the physical inspection, you're gonna want to release contingencies on reviewing seller disclosures, which we talked about in the previous steps, as well as the appraisal and loan contingencies. So at this point, your appraisals come through. You've determined that the value is where it's at and you can move forward, or as we talked about in the previous videos, you can take other steps to ensure that everything goes okay with that appraisal. So once that's done, you can remove the loan contingency because you're basically moving forward to close and the home value has been recorded by the appraiser. Another item as we get towards the end of closing, you're going to want to take a look at is what we call the closing disclosure, or the CD. Basically what this is, it's a recap of your loan estimate, which was secured in step one of securing the approval. So what it does is it ensures that the terms and the cost of the loan are similar to what you were quoted originally, and what you received during your pre-approval. So it's important to take a look at that, make sure the costs line up. If there's any differences, you need to talk to your lender about why those numbers have become different. A lot of times where the money would differ is in your impounded count of taxes. Depending on what day of the month you close a transaction, it'll determine how much reserves you're going to need for taxes and the things of the like. So pay attention to that as well. You're going to confirm that all costs are accurate with the closing disclosure. Your lender is going to send out loan documents, which is basically the loan itself, the paperwork of the loan for you to sign. You might have a notary come and visit you. You might stop into an office. Every lender does it differently, but it's important that you get your loan doc signed. When the loan doc signed, that is basically is gives the lender authority to move forward with funding your loan. When that happens, you're going to come with the cash to close. That is provided by your lender. They're going to show you, on top of the down payment, what are the other costs that you're going to need to come out of pocket with to close the deal. So this is down payment and what we call closing costs. Now, if you guys have any questions on what that looks like, I'm more than happy to help you out. Just shoot me a private message. But yeah, in that aspect, you're going to want to compare closing disclosure to your loan estimate. One of the last things that happens upon closing is recording title and closing escrow. So after all those steps are completed, the lenders funded your loan, you've put your money forward for the down payment, title can record you as the new homeowner. So escrow is complete and you are now ready to receive your keys. So I hope that I took that 1,000-piece puzzle and intricately put it together for you guys. Escrow can be daunting at times, but I wanted to break it down very simply for you as far as how the process goes. Again, these videos are for you to watch over and over again. I recommend watching them when you're in that process or maybe before it. Any questions, shoot them in the comment links below. If you want to see our other videos, check our YouTube channel out at Father's Plan Realty. Take care, guys.